James declares that believers in Christ are a kind of first fruits. That is, they have in part what they will have completely at some time in the future. There are several interpretations for this passage that we will consider, but then we will discover our own depth of meaning by penetrating the imagery, symbolism, and an Old Testament echo. In the exercise of his will, he, meaning God the Father, brought us forth, that's believers in Christ, by the word of truth, so that we would be a kind of first fruits among his creatures. First fruits were an offering given to God at the time of the temple in ancient Israel. It was the first best produce from the ground, and also the first best of animals. And it was given to God as a gift. Now, speaking primarily of animals, it had to be perfect, unblemished. It was a gift to God, perfect, unblemished. We hear Paul saying, I urge you, brethren, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies a living sacrifice, not a dead sacrifice on the altar at the temple, but a living and holy sacrifice, because obviously the sacrifice had to be unblemished and holy. Now, sacrifice means to give something up, but you're not giving up your life because you're living. You're giving up all the sins in your life. You're giving up all the worldly parts of you. So this living and holy sacrifice is acceptable to God, which is your spiritual service of worship. And then that which is good and acceptable and perfect. This is a gift that we're giving to God. So we give ourselves, because we're living, as a sacrifice means we give up all the worldly things and it has to be holy. That is your spiritual service of worship. And that is the good and acceptable and perfect gift that you give to God. It's the way you walk in righteousness. If your heart desires to be doing what is right with God, you're walking in a straight walk of righteousness, and that is your gift to God, which is a good and acceptable and perfect gift to God. I trust this series on uncovering mysteries in the New Testament has convinced you there is a much greater depth to the gospel of Christ than is currently being taught. If you want to know more, we have a self-study course called Hebraic Methods of Bible Study on Udemy that you can take at your own pace when you are ready.